Hey guys, welcome back to the GameSpot stage at E3 2015. We're here in the lovely Los Angeles Convention Center. I am joined by Tanya, who is an executive producer at Epic Games on Fortnite, which is not a game about being in 2 weeks. It's about making a fort and surviving the night. Right?
Yeah, well, sort of, yes.
Yes.
Yes, long and the short of it.
So you guys announced this game a few years ago, and it kind of went quiet.
Yeah.
But it's a really exciting prospect, so I'm excited to dig more into it.
Yeah.
So if you can give us the basic premise.
Yeah, so the basic premise of Fortnite is basically we wanted you and your friends to answer the question, if you could save the world, how would you rebuild it? Like, this isn't like about scrounging for beans and hitting like rabbits in the head with rocks, or this isn't survival, right? This is like long after the apocalypse, you and your friends, you know what you need to do to save the world, how would you do it, and how would you rebuild it? Yeah. And that's like kind of the core of Fortnite. So to do that, you're actually going into the game, you're going into the world, you're exploring it, you're finding new things, crafting things, building your fort, and closing these gates, which allow you to stop the storms from coming. And that's like how the enemies and the creatures are coming into the world.
So, I mean, if we're okay in the kind of end of the world scenario, where's everybody else?
Well, everyone else are husks. Oh, they're
gone.
They're gone, exactly. They're creatures. So it's just you and your friends, and there's, X number of thousands of you in the world, and you're all working together to push back the storms and save the world.
So, I mean, from what I've seen in the game, it looks like the game plays in kind of 3 stages. So scavenging, and then building the fort, and then the nighttime comes.
Yes.
The night man cometh.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about scavenging. Because it looks like, we can see some gameplay here. It looks like there's actually a lot of humor in it as well. I remember when Sean McInnes, ex-GameSpot, went to see the game, he said he found like bacon in the toilet.
Yes.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, well, our worlds are completely dynamic, they're completely scavengeable, harvestable, right? Like everything can be destroyed and recovered or searched, and that's like one of the things that you do in Fortnite. You use all of that stuff, so depending on like the types of schematics that you've earned to that point, the things you like to build, you use those items in order to build like your health, your guns, your weapons, your bullets. Like in Fortnite, we have hundreds of weapons.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just up to you and how you like to play. We're giving you all of these tools that will allow you to kind of like choose the path that best suits you.
So here, oh wow, what are we seeing here?
Oh, so this is one of our special abilities for our scavenging class, our Outlander. So there are these orbs in the world that you can get that will allow you to, that was our loot llama.
It looks like a piñata.
Yes, it's our loot piñata. Once you find the orb, you can throw it out for you and your friends, and you gather together and you just beat the crap out of it, and you get lots of awesome stuff.
So I believe Epic themselves, I'm not sure who said it, but the game's been described as kind of Minecraft meets Left 4 Dead. And I'm seeing like Team Fortress in there as well. Kind of, I mean, are these inspirations that you've drawn, or is it something that just sort of organically come out?
No, well, in the very beginning, the inspiration was that we wanted to make a game that lots of different like gaming types of people, different archetypes could play together. And I always talk about how when I, would play a shooter or I'd play an RPG, my 2 favorite types, I'd have my friends, they're like, oh, I don't play shooting games. Like, I'll never play a shooting game with you. I don't play MMO RPGs. I'll never play that with you. And we said, well, let's make a game where you can have those people play together. Like, there's no reason, right? And we really love this idea of having this world where you get to make all the choices, and you get to make the rules, and you get to decide how you want to go about it. And if you're someone who likes, I love to play support classes, like usually when I play games. And so being able to play as a constructor and plan out how we're going to build the fort and where the defenses are going to be and what are the upgrades going to be. And I'm like telling people, okay guys, we need more stone. Like, bring me stone. The Outlanders go out, they bring me stone, right? That is, to me, that's like what makes Fortnite really special. And that's where you get all of those influences. You see the influences from all these other games. It's because it was very purposeful. We said like, no, we want, for shooter fans, there's our commando class. That's for you, right? For our support class, our support fans, we've got the Outlander and our Constructor, and then for like your melee, close-up combat, speed guys, you've got the Ninja.
I love how it's just kind of, everyone makes sense And then there's a really cool ninja just
Yes.
kind of tagging along.
Well, you always have to have like a really cool, like for the long game of Fortnite. So we're building Fortnite as this game that has hundreds of hours.
Yeah.
And the thing that we have right now in our alpha is just one of the different types of game modes that you can do where you're closing the gate. But in the long game, it's like we're going to have lots of classes, lots of environments, different resource types. We've already got our PvP mode is in prototype right now.
Yes.
And it's crazy because like if you can imagine playing, a third-person shooter where now you get to build the level and tear down the level and scavenge for stuff, and it's like the strategy that gets employed there is crazy.
So how would kind of like the longer game work? Because obviously it's people playing online. If I was playing with like a specific group of friends,
Yes.
and we all had to go, get dinner or something, how would we kind of just pause it, everyone drop out, and then one person?
No, so everyone has their own persistent home base.
Yeah.
And your home base is like all based on your progression, the types of things you like to do, the classes you like to play as, the heroes that you think are cool. Yeah. And for each individual, it's going to be different, right? It's based on your perspective. But when you get together, you can say like, okay, what do you need? Like, what do you want to do? Do you want to do this type of mission or that type of mission? Oh, I need to get this kind of resource. Like, let's go into this part of the world and get this stuff. Or like, oh my God, there's a new update. Like, let's go over here and do this instead. Yeah. So you guys can kind of like log in, check it out, see what you want to do, and it's all persistent to your own home base.
To your own thing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So let's talk a little bit about, because the game is free.
Yes.
And although the words, free to play usually fill people with fear, in games like Team Fortress, it's proven that it works. It's fine.
Well,
so how's your model going to work?
So we've taken the attitude from the very beginning. We wanted to make it free to play, and it's a big part of the development strategy because when you talk about getting lots of people of different play styles together, like you want.
There's no barrier of entry.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Just hop straight in.
Yeah, you want people to give it a chance. Like people will say, well, I don't play shooting games. It's like, it's free. Just give it a try and see, and you'll see that there's a way that you can play the game. But for us, we really took inspiration from games like TF2 and Dota and League, and we're looking at, man, if we make a game that's just really fun, that people really want to spend money in because they love it. Yeah. That's it.
Build it and they will come, as Field of Dreams.
That's it. So we have right now, we have a really kind of a simplistic model. We have a card pack system. Yep. Right, and if you want to buy them, you can buy them, and if you don't, you don't have to. And we're going to be iterating on our monetization. Like, we're going to figure it out in the best way, but this is a big, this is the first time we've done a game like this. Yeah. So we're very much like looking at feedback and taking in, community response, and we'll see how it goes.
So you guys are in alpha right now?
Yes.
How can players get access to that?
You can go to Fortnite.com. And you can just sign up right there on Fortnite.com. And if you want to see any updates from us, we've got @FortniteGame on Twitter, or of course you can like us on Facebook. Awesome. But if you sign up, then you may very well be invited in to an alpha
golden
coming soon.
ticket.
Yeah, but we have our closed beta starting this fall on both Mac and PC.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Tanya, thank you so much for joining me. Guys, make sure you stay tuned here at the GameSpot stage. We're going nowhere. It's E3 2015. There are hundreds of awesome games, and we've got a ton of them on our stage. Stay there.